to Talented Tea. Welcome to Talented Tea.
It was not part of
Welcome.
I have a banana, I promise you.
Welcome to Talented
Thank
Tea.
you.
I'm so happy that you joined me.
Me too.
It is my great pleasure to introduce to you guys Mr. J.Julian. Artist, honey, artist of all kinds.
Yeah.
He is a jack of all trades. He does it all. He sings, he dances, he draws, he does all kinds of stuff. Do you play an instrument too?
I do. I play the recorder.
Stop playing.
No, I grew up playing the instrument, many different instruments.
So tell us, how long have you been in the industry?
Well, I mean, that could be a tricky question because, well, I guess professionally, I've been in the industry for about 10 years. 10 years. Yeah, I started dancing in college, which was like after I did sports and a lot of different things.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I guess because my age and where I started in college, they had a few professional companies, some of the professors own companies and stuff. So they always had us go out for opportunities and pay us and things like that. So it started in dance. But I guess even before that was photography. It's kind of weird. So what industry are you talking about?
See, y'all, jack of all trades. Like, you just you dipped your toe in everything. I mean, but like, I guess like what you said 10 years. So what did you start doing? Like what was, let me ask you this.
I know it gets tricky.
It does get tricky because you do a lot. So let me start with this question. Who or what, and then maybe you can answer when, like, maybe you can pinpoint, and it's okay if you can't pinpoint, but whatever. But who or what encouraged you or motivated you to like get into the arts?
Okay, well, specifically into the arts, it was actually a friend. I'm trying to think. Actually, no, it was my dad. It was definitely my dad. I'm thinking back way back when like he used to do a sales and stuff. He used to sell popcorn, alarm systems. He was a private investigator, a police officer. So
wow,
a lot of times, which sounds crazy to be in spaces like with him during private investigation and police officer work, but like I remember the first time I held a camera and I was spying on someone, which is crazy. He took a nap in the front seat and I was there holding the camera, seeing a guy come out there, like walking around, because I think it was like a workers' compensation.
Yeah.
I remember vividly seeing the guy, and it's so funny. It's like the camera that I always use now. Like,
oh my gosh. That's so funny. Because all I see is you with a video camera in your hand. Like, literally. If you're not dancing around, or actually, I see you doing a lot of things, Shout, but that camera is always in your hand. That camera is always in your hand. Oh my gosh. So your dad, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I'd say. I mean, there's a other.
So when was that?
That was I mean, that was since I can remember. I mean, even just going off my dad, I remember he was the first person I saw draw a person. And not just like a stick figure like you see everywhere else, like in elementary.
Right.
But like a person. I think he drew like a penny or something, like the profile on it. And I remember that was like, it's vivid in my head. So that kind of stuck with me. And I remember even within my dad's family, drawing for people in my family and them telling me I could draw. I'm like, people confirming or affirming to you, or, letting you know what you do and who you are in those ways at a young age. I remember that around my dad's family, which is funny.
Was there like an exact moment? I like to use Oprah's aha moment. Was there like an exact aha moment that was like, this is what I'm supposed to be in the arts? Like, I'm not supposed to be behind a desk. I'm not like, was there a moment like that for you?
Yeah. Definitely.
What was that moment?
It was in college. It was in dance, and I guess it took a moment. It took a few of those ahas to really see it, but it was I think I was oh, what was the exact one? Can I say the moment, the year?
You can, yes. You want to
Yeah,
know all of it.
right. It was just like I ended up helping someone else find a dance class. I went to it. I was already flexible, and so, and I don't want to look like stupid in this place that,
Yeah.
I imagine all these professionals that little did I know they were training just like me. But I pushed myself even since the first day I got in that class just to, get in there. And so
Yeah.
I remember at university and the professor, Jonathan Charles, and he passed, which is so sad. But he was like, "You should come back." And it was, that singling out kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's like, I was like, I was struggling, but okay. And then I think even a month after coming to that class, kind of consistently finding time to come to that class, didn't even know I really liked it. It was just like to support a friend, seriously.
Yeah.
And then he told me you should audition, and then it was like I got in, and it was still unbelievable to me that
Yeah.
how, and
Yeah.
then every little step, it's just confirming, and then almost it gets to a point where you look back and you're like, oh, I should be doing that again if you take a break. That's how it's happened.
Okay. Wow,
So
that's cool. Like, just like supporting somebody and you find out that this is your life's work. Like,
I'm supporting myself. But yeah, I guess that was in 2009, I think I guess you could say in terms of specific time. So that's 11 years ago now.
Wow.
Kind of thing.
That is so good. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say was from like when you started and until now, what was your best or like your favorite gig that you've done so far in any of those arts, like whatever it was? Okay. And I know that's gonna be hard, child, because you.
No, yeah, because you can pick it and they can change it and stuff like that. But
exactly.
My favorite one for sure was an act of free will. The act of free will in Times Square. It was my first ever performance art piece, and yeah, that one was a crazy wild one that I still.
I've seen little snippet, little pics of that, and it was very like it looked freeing. Did it feel freeing? Like,
yeah, 100%. It felt like, I mean, it's completely like ego death at that point. It's I got it, like a vision hit me when I was just like casually with my friends, and we were leaving. I remember we were literally walking out the door. I remember I was walking out the door frame. That's how clear everything was to me. And I left the moment and saw it clearly, and then was scared of it. Was like, nah, who can do that? It's crazy. Not even knowing it was me, kind of trying to deny that it was me doing that. And then I forgot about it. It hit me again at a different time, like a month later, which I could never imagine it would hit me that soon again, that strong, and that clear. The path to doing it was like completely open. It's such a specific, random, narrow thing. It was just, and so, yeah, it was free from, and I can remember so much about it. I can remember the moment the paint came over my eyes. And I'm defenseless. No one knew what I was doing. So it's like, I trust whatever gave me that vision to do it and whatever motivated me to do the research, to feel confident to do it and to walk through it. You know what I mean? So yeah, freeing it's a different feeling of free.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Like I commend you on that. It was a beautiful, like what I saw of it was beautiful. I was just like, to have the balls to like just do that. And
let me say, my balls definitely was barely there. Yeah, like literally that I remember vividly. I never, you think about like cold water and you think about stage fright. It was like, whoop. I promise. It was a whole thing. And what's funny though, I did that performance 2 other times, a month apart. Another time in blue and another time in gold. And that first time was really my piece. The other times I collaborated with about 3 or 4 other people.
Yeah.
Even I knew the photographer, but he didn't know what I was doing, and he was a audience member, that I invited. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so the next times he wasn't as much. It was collaboration on what we were trying to talk about, what we were trying to do, the elements. There were different materials used at different times. And I remember I met for the second and third installment of these pieces. I met the videographer who actually was just on site. He is always in Times Square,
Yeah.
Renan. And, I remember he's a New Yorker, so he's like, "Oh, I thought you were black." It was because he was going in and stuff. I thought you were black. All this stuff, screaming it, and I'm laughing in my head, but like it's all a good time.
Right.
It's all
Oh
a good
my
time.
gosh.
At the end of the day. The end of the day.
I love that. Oh my gosh. So, okay.
Wait, you want to join me on the next one? You want to join me on the next one?
We'll see if I'm at my goal weight, because she's trying to get back snatched after this pandemic, Pandemic pounds are real.
No, it don't even matter though, because it's just like freedom. Just freedom however you feel it.
I'll feel better freeing myself.
Right.
Without these extra pounds. Like,
okay. I feel you. Yeah. Self-defined. I get it.
So what would be what is your goal, like your dream job? Like if somebody said, okay, this is your last week on earth.
Yeah.
And this week you get to pick your highest of high, like your ultimate dream job, and you get to do it for that week. What would it be?
Well, I've definitely literally dreamed these things already. And it would be to perform on stage my original music, my original lighting design, my original stage and set production, projection design.
Yeah.
Technologies that I've like literally seen, brainstormed, written, felt out, and that I haven't seen yet. It would be for someone to take those little, like Harry Potter, and they had that little wand, and they just
and take the memory,
just take that all the biggest show that I physically could have and perform it.
With all of your original works, all of your from your music to your choreography to everything,
artworks, paintings, drawings, fashion designs that I've ever did that I never put out fashion at all or even collaborated with anyone specifically in fashion, but that would be a part of it. That's something I would want to go to. I would inject in that week. I mean, it would be, and I would want my family watching it,
of course,
and I would want people in the world watching it, kind of thing. But at the end of the day, I just want to perform that with like a crew of like all Black people, all Black. Like, that is literally,
I love that.
That's another thing.
Okay, so J.Julian, we're moving into our share sequence now. And what would you like to share with our audience today?
I would like to share a bit of advice: never touch my hair. No, honestly, I want to share a project that I've been working very hard on, and I'm in the finishing stages of it, but it literally has taken me over a month to edit. I'm learning new skills with it, and it's my music video for my song "This Ain't Smooth." It's my debut single, and I edited myself. My brother helped me film it, and a close friend. So,
all right, y'all. So this is a music video. This ain't smooth. Okay, well, where can they see the whole video?
Well, if you want to see the whole video, it's going to be on my YouTube channel, and that's where I'm going to start sharing a lot more things in terms of my music and things that just fit on there. You know, it's weird trying to figure out where things fit. So yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. We'll check it out. We're gonna keep up to date with J.Julian. In this state of the world that we're in right now and today, as you know, we're all homebound basically, or pretty much, because of this pandemic. And one of the reasons why I started this was to kind of share and network with other artists, to kind of, you know, just in case any artist was struggling or something, to kind of, you know, let them know what other people were doing in this pandemic to keep, you know, their craft fresh and strong, and what they were doing to kind of keep the arts alive in their own sense, you know, while they're at home, or, you know, because we're all limited right now and a lot of studios are closed. So we gotta figure things out as we're doing right now, you know. So what are you doing right now in this pandemic to kind of keep, you know, your craft fresh and keep the arts alive and things like that? What can you share, like, with other people, like advice to kind of help them?
Yeah. It's weird. It's not too much different. This whole quarantine thing has, I think it's a life of an artist in general. Like, you think about seasonal vibes and moods and things that you have to go through, and in time that you appreciate being alone, or maybe you don't, and you have to discover your craft in new ways. You lose your materials, you have to like gain other ones to do the same thing or do something new. You have to be creative. So right now, I think what's important is for people to understand technology, and for people to understand their space online. And, you know, we all hope that things can go back to normal. They probably won't, but we hope that they can go back to some sense of normalcy.
Right.
So even if normalcy comes back to what we're used to, it's still very important, and it still was already a thing to understand your space, your spaces that you create online, and then also the spaces that you can be a part of, or that you can, you know, bring people a part of, like what communities are online. So that's really what I'm trying to do right now. And like, it's not also just like performing and giving content, but, you know, people thinking like, you know, they think about being online and scrolling through Instagram nowadays as such a bad thing, and it's, you know, dopamine release, and it is those things, and you gotta not be so, you know, clinging to what other people do and comparing. But it is important, like I said, your community, understanding what's around you. Also, you have the power to change that algorithm and what is around you and what you're absorbing. So just to basically paying attention to the technology that I'm working with, that I have available to me. How can I use that? The community, what are people creating? What are people interested in? Because it's a language. You put out art, you want people to receive it for whatever you're talking about, but also you know, it's a language. It's a back and forth.
Definitely.
And I'm taking the time to really understand the law of entertainment. You know, the behind the scenes. It's
that's huge. That's huge.
That's the biggest part.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
You hear about these big deals that people have, and you're like, why, how, what? Read a book, you know what I mean? Read an article, you can figure out. And even though I don't understand a lot about places I haven't been, I'm not trying to push myself and absorb too much about what another person is doing who's not in my same lane, or who's, doing $1 million deals or something like that. I'm honestly not there yet. I will be there. And I'm paying attention. I'm hearing how people react to those things. But right now, what I'm paying attention in terms of like the administration is just like, how do I say, just copyright. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I got one of my first copyrights in the mail this month. And so that was a big thing to me. And it made me really realize, I realized it before signing up and getting it, but it made me realize, okay, oh, this is real. This is ownership. This is different. This is important.
Right.
This is what I could do in this time right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So where would you like to share any of your social media things for people to kind of check you out and follow you? Mm-hmm. Now's the time to say it, and I'll put it in the video so that everybody can go and check you out.
No, I don't want them to. No, I'm just kidding. No. You looked at me like, no. Most of my things that you find me is House of Naluge, and it's Julian backwards. It's Naluge. You don't have to know how to say it. It's just House of Naluge. And it's www.houseofnaluge.online, not .com, .online, because I'm online. There's a difference. And then there's at House of Naluge, one word, no spaces, no under.
Got you. Check J.Julian out, y'all.
Hey. Check me out. Check me out.
Time. It's one of my favorite parts of the show, and it's still part of the share sequence, but
no clue what you're about to do right now. I really don't.
I like to ask my guests to pick one of the three like share sequence things to do. Number one is who did it best. You try something outside of your comfort zone, or you can do a call out round. So one of those three. Which one would you like to pick?
Dang, I want to pick all three, to be honest. I really want to pick like one, but I'm thinking I should probably do one of the ones more than the other. So I'm going to call out someone.
Oh, yes.
What you thought I was going to do?
Love it.
I'm going to call out somebody.
Okay, who would you like to call out?
I want to call out a friend of both of ours who is a really talented singer. And sorry, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, do I have to tell them what to sing?
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah. See the devil horns, child. Your devil horns coming straight to that throat, honey.
Oh, dang. No, they hitting really good. No, but I'm thinking I want to call out Akeem.
Ooh. Okay.
You got excited, It's good, right?
It's good. It's real good. Okay, so what do you want Akeem to do?
I'm really nervous because he's so good. And I'm like sweating. I want him to sing my song.
Okay. Yes.
Real talk.
All right, y'all. So what we gonna do? We gonna get Akeem. We gonna contact him and see. Akeem is still on the ship right now, so I'm gonna have to work it out with him and interview him, and he's gonna have to sing this song, honey. So we gotta get all of this material to him so that he can sing this song. I'm excited.
I'm gonna get it to him.
I'm excited, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna keep y'all posted on what's going on with Akeem and Julian's call out.
Oh my gosh, he's heard it too. We'll see if you do it.
Oh, I'm excited.
If you don't do it, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Akeem, he just called you out, boo. So be ready. Get ready, cause I'm coming for you. We've come to the here's some tea segment.
I thought you were about to say end of the road. I was like, oh Lord.
No. Do you have any tea that you want to share with us here on Talented Tea? Like, I like to hear tea about the industry, some juicy gossip or something that you've experienced or been through that's like some hot tea that, you've come across or been through. So
Well,
oh, let me sip some too, child.
I'm thinking I'm about ready to go back on that cruise ship. No, that's good. No. No, that's not the tea I want to get to. Okay, so
Give me that tea, child.
the tea. It is about the cruise ship though. It is about the cruise ship.
Let's hear it.
I'm not, I'm not a messy person, so I'm not trying to tell nobody. Oh my gosh, you're funny. But no, so I guess what people don't know, I don't know if this is juicy tea or not, but when we were quarantined on that ship, we were supposed to be social distancing and things like this. And we weren't. Basically, we would just go into each other's rooms and we would all have fun. And remember, like, everybody went to people's rooms. I think I went to your room a couple times. I think, you know what I mean? Like,
You see, now let's think about it. You came in my room and we talked about hair. We talked about rice water for the hair.
I did my rice water.
You did your rice water. I need to go make some actually.
We
talked about things like that.
Yeah.
But when you went into the other rooms, whose room and what were you doing in those rooms?
Oh, this is funny. Okay, so this is hilarious. All right, so the whole time I felt like we were really, really good. We were really, really good. Like our team, especially the entertainment staff, like everybody looked at us and thought like, those are the privileged ones. They're going to be the ones. We were the stars. Everybody, spotlights on us, even when we weren't contracted on the ship.
As usual.
And so then we got friends to come from other ships and, Christine.
Oh, hey, Christine.
So this is the tea on that. Literally, I remember
my boo.
It was me, Christine, and Alex. Alex. Do you remember Alex?
I do.
And we were in the room and we had met these two boys. I think one was Haitian.
Oh.
One was it was two Haitian guys. And they were real they were real cute. They were real nice. They were real open, straight. I would say.
You had to put that out there, straight.
But no, they were really, really cool. But I remember that they were into Christine. Both of them were trying to kind of get into. Anyway, we were in the room, and the security knocked on the door. We were all there, and she went to the shower. We were just talking, and she went into the shower real quick because it's casual.
Yeah.
The security came and knocked on the door as soon as she gets in the shower, and one of the boys went up and answered her door.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And then me and the other three guys, because it was about 4 guys in there and 1 girl. That sounds crazy. It wasn't like that. and we went and we hid. We were behind the curtains, the slide doors and stuff.
Right.
We were behind the curtain, like on tiptoes so they wouldn't see the toes. And we was just there and we were like, oh snap. I think somebody was outside on the balcony. And I remember on the cruise ship, we're going through the water. This is actually one of the first times in weeks where we actually left and came back and started doing the circle like once a week.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so weird. And then anyway, it was moving ship. And I remember we climbed over the balconies and went to another person's balcony so that the security, just in case they walked through, they wouldn't find us. I know. it was crazy, but I mean, you know.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're coming to the point where we're doing. I like to ask my guests to share a Black History moment, just because it needs to be, you know, it needs to be an everyday thing, and people don't know a lot of Black history because in our country it wasn't really taught to us fully. So I thought I'd take this chance to kind of ask every single one of my guests to share a fact or something, you know, that's special to them, even if it's not special to you, something that, you know, and share it with our audience. So what do you have a Black History moment for us?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. What do you have?
I do. This right here is Black history.
Oh, yes. Say that, brother. Say that. Okay.
Black history. Black history.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
It's you know it's current right now. It's very current. So pay attention to who are your leaders around Patrice. Colors of Black Lives Matter. She's an amazing woman of the now, Black woman of the now. And the other founders of Black Lives Matter, the other two founders of Black Lives Matter. That's important for now. But in terms of something I can think of, it goes back to my Act of Free Will performance. I performed it on August 28, 2015. In 2016, August 28, 2016, I did some research because I was just trying to share it. And I was just looking around online. And I guess I typed in the date and I found August 28, 1963 was the day that Martin Luther King Jr. did his I Have a Dream speech. And yes. In listening to that speech, still while I was researching, thinking, oh, that's cool. It was just too crazy how our attentions aligned. And it wasn't a speech that I have never heard. It wasn't a speech that I didn't know about. I was very aware. I think that's one of those moments, although there's a lot of Black history that needs to be brought to light. That's a moment in Black history, American history, and world history, universal history that I think I'm really happy and proud to feel a connection to. And I think that I'm happy and proud it's there because it's one of those things that they did teach us in school. I think they did teach a lot of people that in a lot of different schools. So I think a lot of people do know about that. Yeah. And so when it's just public access, so it's really bomb that people could listen to it and you could feel it. There's links to that song. You can put it in your story. You can freely use that. I say song, but you can freely use that audio of the original recording, and it's powerful. It's still powerful.
Nice. I didn't know that you could use that recording. That's actually good to know.
Thinking about spoken word and audio, life in general, audio files instead of just music. I've used it a few times, and it expands so much about that speech. Expands my horizons and my perspectives on things. And I really do believe it's not about my piece. It's just about that moment in history in 1963. I think a lot of people could feel and connect with it, and it would manifest some things in them. Even if you think about, even besides racial tensions and genocides and these things that's happening today, just to have a dream and just to see it through the struggle. Yeah. To see it, even though it feels impossible, to go up against a machine. You know, dreams can do that. If you have a dream, you could really. It's there. It's promised to you. If you have a dream, it's promised to you. You'll touch it.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. But Black history right here already.
I love that. Yes.
Oh yeah, this is it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Look
So
at that.
here I am with clothes on and and no clothes on. Quick change, literally as backstage.
Quick change, okay, honey? Oh, this has been so fun. Well, as we come to a close, Jeju,
A close.
a close. We're coming to the end of our. Unfortunately, we're coming to the end of our interview. I know it's been real fun. Like, I love laughing with you. Do you, as you eat your cactus pear, do you have any encouraging words for our viewers, those who are just starting out, trying to trying to chase that dream, like you said, trying to, you know, make their dreams become a reality? Do you have any encouraging words for them to
Yeah,
share?
for sure. I think it's something everyone can do. I think it's so easy. It's free. It's accessible. But wholeheartedly, I encourage everybody to drink water every single day to make sure that you are active in any kind of way,
Yes.
and make sure you go to sleep, and make sure you create a space where you can have dreams, because you'll be touched and you'll learn a lot through sleep. It's very, very important. And the way in which you sleep is also important, in terms of physically, on your back, on your stomach, on your side. You know what I mean? I do it all, but there's certain ways to sleep that get, naps and all these things. They're important. The lack of is also important. Not too much sleep, but water, active movement, and then stillness, sleep. Stillness, sleep. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
really, really important. In silence and sleep. Some people can't sleep without the TV or the radio. Silence and sleep is a little different, but also it could be very powerful to use TV, radio. When people study and they sleep and they anyway.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? But sleep, it's a tool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take that. I take that. Thank you. Thank you for joining us on Talented Tea. It's been an amazing pleasure to interview you and
Oh
to
yeah.
share in your experience and in your space and your energy and everything. You're
Vice
dope
versa.
and I love you. And I think you're crazy talented in a lot of different ways. And yeah, I support you. I definitely support you.
I feel that, and we have conversations on the side so often, and
Yeah.
it's a joy, man, girl. We could talk, man, girl,
Man, girl.
man, girl, baby, baby. I don't. I mean, we could talk. We could talk about so much. We could talk about everything, and we have.
Yeah.
And I feel you. I know, and it's a mutual. It's a reflection. So thank you so much for having me today. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you. I love you.
Love you too.